I'm great, thank you.
Nearly the end of February already.
I know.
Time is going far too fast.
Don't understand.
We're always saying this, aren't we? We always are.
I know. Like a couple of broken records.
So today on the show, I thought I'd chat about something that's quite interesting, and that is rescue remedies. So do you have any idea what I mean by that?
I've heard and seen rescue remedies. I mean, usually it's anxiety, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the reason I thought I'd do it is because I find it really interesting that a lot of people nowadays, and I have done this, but I don't do it anymore, the minute there's something wrong, they tend to Google it. Like, Google the symptoms. In fact, I found some statistics that 83% of us Google our health concerns.
Yeah.
You know, so like...
It just seems like the easiest resource to go to.
I know.
You know, but there are pros and cons to going to Google for your medical
that's the thing.
answers.
It's like if you pop in there that you've got a headache, it's going to come back that it's all sorts of crazy stuff wrong with you. So it can also make it a little bit more stressful.
Yeah.
But there used to be, you know, back in the day, there used to be like these sort of like home remedies for things, all these old fishwife tales, right? And they're actually having a bit of a comeback. I was reading an article, and I think it was maybe because of recession and things like that. People are trying to find ways to save a bit of money, but there's all these weird and wonderful treatments that have sort of been passed through families, generations and traditions. I thought it'd be interesting to see if any of them are kind of true, but also to find out. I have actually got here for you correct antidotes that you can actually use. So some items in your house that you can use.
Excellent.
So because we're talking a lot on the radio, and I talk a lot anyway, sometimes we can suffer from a sore throat.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So if you're in your home and you have a sore throat, something that can be quite useful are bay leaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be the old honey and hot
Of
water.
Of course. So apparently, this article that I read, they claim that bay leaves have antibacterial properties in them and also anti-inflammatory, so it's quite nice and warm and soothing if you have it with like hot water. So you can boil the bay leaves up and sort of mash them, you know, with a mortar and pestle, kind of mash them, and then when they're cool enough you can apply to the throat.
Oh wow, so you can actually take the leaves and apply it to the area,
to the outside of the throat, so the skin, and just like hold it there, apparently for 30 minutes. So it seems a little bit long, but you could just sort of, you know, dab it on a few times and see if it makes a difference. Apparently it will take inflammation down. So that's for a sore throat, so you can definitely give that a try. Mash up some bay leaves if you have them at home, or go and buy some. Another one I thought was quite cool, and I have this in my house, is tonic water. So tonic water is actually supposed to be good for cramp.
It was originally developed, wasn't it, for people working in military or in jungles and things like that.
Oh, was it?
It was to do with malaria, and also I think for hydration, whether it is for cramps. That might make sense that it comes to
I did not know that, Laura. You're a fountain of knowledge there. I didn't know that at all. Well, apparently how it works is it contains an item called quinine.
Yes.
Ah, so you know this, okay, which gives it that bitter taste, because I don't like tonic water.
Love it.
Oh, I don't. And
So
Indian
refreshing.
tonic water is quite bitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember as a child I had some and I was like, oh, I don't like it. But apparently the bitter taste, which seems to decrease the excitability of nerves. Because nerves are effectively what give us cramps, especially in our stomach. Yeah? So if you've got like nerves and you feel nervous, your stomach starts to cramp and spasm. So apparently this quinine item in tonic water is really good. So maybe if you're feeling nervous, you could give tonic water a try.
Yeah, but I just drink it anyway. Like, no matter what the occasion.
I can't force myself to do it. I just can't. I'm sorry. But, you know, I'm all for rescue remedies, and I love like the kind of herbal versions rather than I try not to take medicinal things.
Yes, yeah.
So
Avoid
I'd rather
where you
take
can.
the natural option.
I just have got some information here that I pulled up online. So tonic water was first enjoyed in 1825. So this was by the Indian Army. It improved the taste of the anti-malaria medicine that they used.
Right.
So it kind of was to change the taste of that, but also, good for the stomach as well.
See, I tell you, don't tell anyone that you bought that up online. You knew that anyway, right?
It's in my brain somewhere.
She knew that. I like it. I like it. So guys, if you're out there and you think, oh, I sometimes get cramp in the stomach, give tonic water a try. So there you go. Another one that I thought was really cool was if you suffer from bad breath.
Halitosis.
Yeah. It's all that fat breaking down in your body that can produce bad breath, can't it? Yeah. Halitosis can come from that. Like too much breakdown of enzymes in your liver. If you're on one of these crazy low-carb diets, which I don't advocate, if you are, you'll find that you may
People do complain about getting bad breath.
that. Yeah, that's what halitosis is. It's effectively the liver breaking down enzymes. But, of course, bad breath, people tend to think of mint. Okay, let's, use mince and things. But actually tomatoes can be a good alternative. So apparently the bad smell in your breath is to do with sulfur compounds in bacteria, basically. The sulfur odor sort of come down a little bit. So it's just apparently, and I think if you ate a tomato, it's quite refreshing.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah.
If you have you want to get rid of a taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
I always think something like a cucumber.
Or fruit or something.
Yeah, something that's
really
quite
helps.
palatable and it's clean.
Yeah.
So if you don't know you've got bad breath, just try and eat some tomatoes and then you'll be on the safe side.
Did you know that polos make your breath worse as well?
Do they?
Yeah, the
That's
polo
the
mints,
thing.
they make your
Why
breath
is that
worse.
then?
I don't know the science behind it, but... Yeah.
Well, because all those
I haven't
sort
eaten
of
a polo in about 15 years.
And let's be honest, they've got sugar and all these extra things in them. And again, you don't know what that's doing in the inside. Maybe it's breaking down chemicals in a different way to give the breath more of a smell. On the stinky subject, I hate to just go on about this now. Body odor. Oh, that's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, especially here where it gets rather hot during summer.
Yeah, and it's always a difficult one. You couldn't really tell someone. It's a bit awkward, but actually, if someone has body odor or if you're suffering from it and you're really finding it difficult to keep it under control, apart from the obvious washing, the rescue remedy that I'm going to suggest today is bicarbonate of soda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for your teeth.
Yes, very good for your teeth. If you dust this baking product onto your skin, it actually neutralizes and absorbs sweat and smell.
Wow.
So, crisis averted.
Yeah. Bit of baking soda in there.
If you're out of deodorant, but you're stuck at home,
fascinating. I didn't know that.
whack some bicarbonate of soda on the armpits. You'll be smelling of bicarbonate of soda, basically. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is really interesting. So if you're a clumsy person like I am, I'm very clumsy. I'm always crashing into things and dropping things. I am susceptible to a lot of bruises. And I was always told, this is an example of an old wives' tale. I was always told by my grandmother, arnica is a good product. Now, arnica, I'm not even sure what it is, to be honest. You buy it in cream form.
Yeah.
So again, that would be like a tradition that she would have, and I think it does work. There's something in the arnica that takes the inflammation down. But the rescue remedy today, remember, we're talking about items that you might have in your home.
Yeah.
Is onions.
Onions.
That's not
going to help the body odor.
I know, I was thinking that.
Give us with one hand, take away with the other.
We're on a real roll here. We've got the sore throat sorted, the cramps, the bad breath, and the body odor. Now we've got bruises. Okay, let's rub some onions on us. So apparently, if you mix a grated onion, this does sound really hocus pocus. If you mix a grated onion with a bit of salt and hold it against the bruise for 10 minutes, it should go away, because onions contain a rich source of quercetin, which is a plant pigment, and this is thought to be anti-inflammatory. This is why I love fruit and veg and everything comes from our earth, because it's so cool and it's there for a reason for us to use and make us feel and look better. So you can really turn to these. I mean, if you're going to use the bruise, maybe you should put some bicarbonate of soda on after.
Try and neutralise the smell of the onions. Yeah.
Exactly. Try and neutralise that. So it's kind of interesting, right? Like, I thought today it would be cool to do some different things. Like, it's health related because obviously these issues are to do with our well-being as well. Something that women out there will all feel empathy for is when it's that time of the month, unfortunately, and we don't feel so great. Cabbage leaves are supposed to be really nice for helping us just feel a little more at one with ourselves, shall we say. So, yeah, it's more the pain. So it's like that sore kind of bloated feeling, when you just feel a bit rubbish in the abdomen area. So apparently cabbage leaves, if you're to boil them up, I'm just going to go off track here and just tell you something. My dad, when I was a kid, used to make me drink cabbage water, and believe it or not, it was amazing.
Torture.
Oh no, it was amazing. I say made me, but I liked it. It was like cabbage you boiled up and then you drain off the water, and we would drink this cabbage water, and it was really good. Like, it was full of electrolytes. Like, it was really good for you. There's me just going off track there. So you can always try that if you'd like to feel nice and cleansed.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it was nice.
I keep boiling off cabbage. I think I'd reach for the chocolate instead, actually. I can see where this is going.
Let's boil up the cabbage for this PMS, unfortunately, that we all get once a month. It's really good for, like I said, it relieves some abdominal pain, and you just have to basically place these cabbage leaves on your stomach. So, it does seem a bit like an old wives' tale, but you could give it a try.
Give it a try.
Yeah, instead of just popping these Panadols and what
pretty
have you.
desperate with it. You've got to try.
Well,
you
you
might
never
work for
know.
you.
You never know. Everyone's got their own little remedy, haven't they? I love to hear people's remedies for different things. Headaches. Oh, I do this, I do that. You know, and it's quite interesting what works for different people. So one of the worst things I think any of us can experience is toothache.
Oh God.
You ever had a really bad toothache?
You can't escape it. It's in your head. That's
awful.
You know, it's like
awful. I've experienced it here, and I've wanted to just rip my teeth out. It's awful. So horseradish is a really nice little vegetable, which wasabi is made up from.
Yeah, I was going to say, if like, you've got a sore tooth, it's going to feel like you've been punched in the nose.
I know.
So maybe that's what it distracts.
I know.
From the pain.
It's like I have my sushi with a big chunk of wasabi, and my nose is like, oh, it's running. But horseradish, apparently, if you apply it to the gums, near where the tooth is aching, there's a chemical in it, a natural chemical, that acts as like an anaesthetic.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah, can you get that from?
It's got the burn, hasn't it? Like it's almost like garlic can be the same. Ginger is one of those items that's got got a strong kick to it that you can imagine. Actually, it could affect the skin and the area in that
Something
way.
that my father, with his wisdom, is whenever I had toothache, he used to use a thing called cloves. So you get cloves, but you can get clove oil. And it comes in a little bottle. It's natural. It's 100% natural. And you would dab it on the gum or the tooth area. And it's got quite a strange taste, but it really does numb it. And it's the kind of thing, like if you've got toothache on like a Friday morning here and you can't get to a dentist until maybe Sunday, it tides you over like, this is awful. The clove oil or perhaps this horseradish would work. Yeah. You could even try some wasabi and just rub it on the area. Yeah, I mean, you never know. I think these things are kind of fun to try. Yeah. So something that I found interesting is I rarely suffer from headaches. Very rarely. Because I have bananas every single day. Maybe. So apparently bananas, the magnesium in the fruit, obviously it's yellow, so that there's magnesium, it's high in this, it helps to relax our blood vessels. So obviously headaches tend to come from, a lot of people think it's from hydration. It can be, but often headache is tension. Yeah. Tension, either stress or posture. Yeah. Or like I said, the dehydration thing. So if your blood vessels are actually relaxed, then you're less likely to have tension. So it could be all my yoga or it could be my bananas. I'm not sure. Maybe a bit of both. But if you peel and mash a ripe banana and place it against a sore head for 15 minutes, it's apparently going to help you.
So not just eating it.
I would just eat it. I would just eat it. Or just have a banana every day like I do. It's good for you. Yeah. So it's a nice little tip there. I've just got a few more here. So in line again with headaches, tension and aching bodies. Laura, you've had this before. Aching joints.
Oh, yeah.
The Indian spice turmeric. Now, spices are pretty good for a lot of things, yeah? Not just spicing up our food. This spice, again, this is one of your age-old sort of remedies. It's been around for centuries, and it was originally used to treat minor skin injuries because of there's an ingredient in it that's quite active called curcumin, and it is anti-inflammatory. So again, you're looking for anti-inflammatory items here. I'll tell you again, pineapple's actually quite good anti-inflammatory as well. We mentioned ginger, but pineapple is too. So if you do feel like the muscles are achy after doing a workout, pineapple's pretty good to get in there, and ginger. But apparently turmeric. So you can whisk that up. It does say here you can make a paste with boiling water, and then you can apply it to the area with cling film. Again, this is just a bit too... it's just a bit too like... I don't know. I think for the aching joints, I would probably opt for pineapple. Yeah. I think it's a much better option. And again, you can consume that nice and healthy, because anything we're taking in is going to be better than just sitting on the skin, isn't it? And our last and final one today, which I think is really helpful for everyone, is to get a good night's sleep. Drink cherry juice.
Oh,
love cherries.
Cherry juice.
Cherry juice.
Yeah,
it's become quite popular again. It's one of those things, you know how like
not
coconut water.
Cherry Aid here.
Not Cherry Aid. Not Cherry Aid or Cherry Cola. Cherry juice. That it's, you know, like lately there's been this trend with coconut water, but make sure you're getting a coconut, not these cans, because they have sugar and junk in them. Same with I love pomegranate juice. I buy it here, and it's 100% organic. From Monoprix, a great store for buying organic items like juices and things like that. I love going there, and they have cherry juice as well. And it's literally just juice from cherries, but it's packed with melatonin. Now, we carry melatonin in our body. Melatonin is a hormone that is released to make us sleepy, and this is released when the sun goes down, so when it gets dark. But if we're on computers and TVs and phones, the light from these things makes us feel awake. And that's why a lot of us nowadays are having trouble sleeping. It's not always stress. It's because all this activity that our brain is having right before we go to sleep. So melatonin is a really important hormone to have. You can take it in supplement form, but why not just, have the natural version, and you can drink this. So a suggestion here is to drink 250 mils an hour before you go to bed, and it should help you relax and sleep, and it tastes lovely as well.
I still stand by my valerian.
Oh yes, the smelly tea that she likes.
Yeah. It's going to knock you out. Well, that's awesome. I love some of those. I don't know, I'm going to come in wearing a banana, some turmeric.
Well, that's it. All at once. Bad breath, pop a tomato in there. Everything. Could you imagine what this person would look like with all these things on them?
I know. Chewing up some cabbage leaves in the
Quick,
kitchen.
I need my cherry juice.
It's certainly an interesting... well, we want to hear your home remedies. So if you have anything to swear by, let us know. 92126 and at QF Radio 2. We had a similar topic when we were talking about colds when Scott Boyd said the man flu.
That's right.
But we do love to hear any kind of rescue remedies
we love
that you
it.
have. 92126 and at QF Radio 2.
Great.
In the meantime, we will catch up with you again very soon.
Yeah, I'm back next week.
We'll see you then. Have a good one.